Fajne, fajne, bardzo fajne.
Wiem, bo to też. Tam jest tego twoim
This was very interesting flight because it was first time on 12S. So it's 4 batteries, 6S. So it's 12S 2 parallel, 4000, 4000, 4000, 4000. So it's 12S 8000 milliampere hours, and the plane weighs 5.2 or 5.3 kilograms. And I was pushing quite hard, so the batteries are warm. And the power was 131 amps on 12S, so it is 5.5 kilowatt. And the top speed was, with the Pitote tube, was 218 kilometers per hour. And I also, just to confirm, just installed the GPS, and GPS says top speed 216 kilometers per hour, so it's quite correct. And the altitude was maximum altitude 200 meters, and now we are 80 meters. And the flight time was 6 minutes. 6,000 used out of 8,000 battery, and the sag of the voltage and the sag of the cell, because I have also a sensor on the balancer leads, was 2.89 volt, the lowest cell. Okay. And what is very interesting is that I made some testing, and I checked, I've cut it was yesterday, cheater holes here, because I finally mounted the EDF drive just here, very much in the back. So the whole section here is empty. And without cheater holes, I was flying around 200 kilometers per hour, and I made these cheater holes both sides symmetrically, and the plane was flying 20 kilometers per hour faster. So it's definitely better, and there's more power on the takeoff, and it's more speed, more top speed, so it's very nice. And now I'm going to remove totally the brackets here, the framing for original motor mount, like original motor mount for original EDF placement. And it's gonna be way back, and this is the only way you can do it not adding weight, of course. The only way you can do it to balance heavy 4 batteries when you have the motor all the way back. If you had the motor here, it's just impossible to balance those batteries. So the plane would be very nose heavy. You would have to add weight on the tail, which would add to the total weight of the plane, so it would be unnecessary. So it was a very successful flight, and the landing gear didn't break. It's still the original one, but I had a very good landing. It was smooth. And here are the sensors. This is the Pitote tube coming out here. And this is GPS. Underneath there is a receiver with stabilisation, with gyro. This is the BEC circuit 20 amps 12S. Very strong one, very good one. And here another sensor for current and voltage of the power packs, of the batteries, main batteries. And also this sensor provides two readings of temperatures, but I didn't connect it. I could read the temperature of ESC and the temperature of the motor, but I just didn't connect it yet. And the motor is HET. The motor is, we can look from behind how it looks. The motor is HET 775 1400 kV. So it's a very strong motor, 370 grams. And it handles this 5.5 kilowatts without heatsink, very nice. When I was balancing it back home on 12S, of course, I was holding it by hand and it was not getting warm, so it's a very good motor. I'm very pleased. So 5.5, almost 5.3, almost 5.5 kilos, and the plane flies great, so I'm pleased. This plane flies on 1 battery and on 4 batteries also, so it's a very good plane and I'm enjoying it. And I don't know if you noticed that both wings are covered with the aura cover, the fluo red and fluo orange, and now it's much easier to fly in this gray weather like today, so it's nice. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Another good flight on 12S, landing successful, didn't break the landing gear. And again 132 amps, 5.5 kilowatts, 200 kilometers per hour on Pitote tube and 220 on GPS. So I guess average 210, which is nice. And the plane performs really good, so I'm very happy. this thrust test was on empty battery, and it was about 5 kilos thrust, because the plane is 5.2 and it was hanging, so it was 5.2 kilo thrust, and it was almost no power, so it was very low power, and I think it was a bit more than 4 kilowatts. So on this actually flight was stronger. Maybe the batteries were well better charged, because it was 6.2 kilowatts at takeoff. So nice, 6.2, and I think after takeoff it has like 6-7 kilograms of thrust, so it's very nice. And I was trying to go fast without diving, and the pitot tube showed only 180, but GPS showed 211. So maybe my pitot tube is not calibrated well. Maybe it needs a little bit tweaking. I'll check it out. Usually what I do is I remove it from the plane, I stuff it on the car, on the roof of my car, and I just adjust it on the highway, and it's the best way. So we'll see. But it was another great flight. It was 7 minutes or something, or even more, 8 minutes. So I recommend to everyone to try a little bit stronger setups, maybe 8S, not only 6. 12S flies great, even though it's heavy, it's 5.2, but it's a lot of fun. The difference in flight is only that the plane disappears quicker. It's just the moment and you don't see it, so you have to be focusing. But now I'm thinking about the project of a faster plane. I will try to design it myself and build it myself, build a mold and build it myself to go 350, I hope. Okay, thanks so much. See you next time.